Good morning and welcome to today's beginner's Pilates session. So let's start. First of all, we're going to start off just rising up on your toes, big circle with your arms and back down. So we can do a little bit of balance work to begin with. So just rising up and down on those toes. Make sure your feet aren't rolling out. So think push into your big toes. All right, now just lifting one leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. Standing tall, imagine you're tightening that belt from hip to hip, lifting one leg out at the side. Try not to put it on the floor, so you're just hovering that foot and balancing. And then let's change legs. Good. Now this time, you're going to take your leg back behind you as you bring your arms forward. We're going to change legs each time though. So squeeze your glutes as you lift your legs, just a little lift. Drive your heel back. Good. Now lifting your right leg up in front of you, open the hip out to the side, back to the center and down. Change legs. So it's up, out, in and down. Up, out, in and down. Keep your head and shoulders facing forward, so don't open the hip too far. And then let's make a star balance. Arms out wide, leaning to one side as you pick up your foot. Slowly leaning as far as you can without falling over. Change sides. And let's do that again, each side. Change sides. Coming back to the center. So think engaging your core, focusing forwards, bringing your right leg forwards. Again, try not to put your foot back down on the floor. So just hovering that foot. One more time. Change legs. Okay, feet back down, hands in front of you. We're going to open one arm as you step back. Come back to the center, Change sides. So step back, opening your arm, a little twist. Coming back to the center again. So we're going to lift one leg up, knee bent, straighten the leg, bend the leg, place it down. Same leg again, lifting up, out, in, and down. So our leg extension. Engage that core, head and chest up. Change legs. All right, let's make our way down to sitting. So we're going to start off sitting, knees bent, arms in front of you, and just lean back. Hold it there. Relax your shoulders, head and chest lifted. And just breathe. Now let those hands drop back and lift your feet. You can have legs bent or legs straight. Have a little hug forward. So lifting your legs. Sit up tall, legs bent or legs straight. Your choice to hold your legs or to see if you can balance, let go. And let's make our way back down onto your back. So finding that neutral spine to begin with. So we have a little rock of our hips and pelvis, flat back, arched back, finding halfway and stopping. And then engaging pelvic floor as if you're desperate for the loo. Pick up your right leg, knee bent. So we're going to move that leg out to the side and back to the center. So we're opening in the hip like we did standing up. Think about a belt tightening from hip to hip. So tightening your tummy muscles. Make sure that left knee and hip aren't wobbling. So slowly moving. And then let's change legs. Pick up your left leg and again, moving it out to the side, back to the center. Keeping that right leg still. So like a belt tightening from hip to hip. And then relaxing your foot back down. So bent knee scissors, lifting one leg, keeping that knee fixed at 90 degrees. So imagine your leg's in a plaster cast. You can't bend or straighten from the knee, so we can only move the thigh in the hip socket. Lifting it up and down. We're going to change legs at the floor each time. So lifting one leg and then the other. Now imagine there's a hot coal on the floor. You're just going to lightly rest that foot on it. So lifting one leg and then the other. Keeping tension in your tummy, making sure your back's not arching. and then relaxing there. So find that neutral spine again. Single leg stretch, level 1. We start with your leg lifted, 90 degrees. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, stretch your leg forward. As you breathe in again, bend that knee back in. So still keeping it an arm's length away from you as it bends back in. As you're stretching that leg forward, make sure your back's not arching. So I apologise if you can hear the noise in the background. My neighbour's having some trees chopped down. Let's change legs. All right, breathe out, stretch your leg forward. Breathe in, bend your knee. So breathing out, stretching your leg forward. Breathing in, bending your knee. Make sure your back's not arching. And relaxing there. So let's roll over onto your right hand side, making a nice long body. So as if you're balanced on a beam, lying on your side. Now you can have hand on the floor to help you balance. So we're just lifting our top leg to hip height. Lightly resting your fingers though, or more challenging, hand on your side. Let's do 5 more. And then we're going to hold it there. And then relax. Bring that top knee over. So bottom leg lifting up and down. Imagine you're still tightening that belt though from hip to hip. Now let's hold that leg up as high as you can. And then let's roll over onto your tummy. So starting with your arms nice and long, shoulders drawn back, keeping your chin tucked as we lift opposite arm, opposite leg. Make sure you're not rocking from side to side. Relaxing there. So let's take our arms down by the sides of your legs. Legs stay on the floor as we just lift our upper body. Slowly up and down. So breathing in as you lift up, breathing out as you lower back down. Lengthen into your fingertips and squeeze those shoulder blades back. And relaxing there. So we're going to have a little plank today. Prop yourself up on your forearms, elbows tucked in. Now lift your tummy off the floor. So your options are either resting on your knees or on your toes. So easier option on your knees, keeping that head and neck in line with your spine. Relax back down. Have a little stretch. And then let's do that again. So lifting your tummy off the floor, either resting on knees or on toes. And relax. So we're going to come up onto our hands and knees now. So finding that neutral spine, flat back, shoulders set back, and balance, opposite arm, opposite leg. So we're just going to hold that balance. Make sure you're not overreaching with your arm. So pull that arm back into your shoulder socket. Check that you haven't lifted your hips too high that they start to twist. So keep your hips pointing downward. Change sides. Change sides. One more time, change sides. And then let's come back up to sitting. So we're going to have knees bent, sitting on those sitting bones, arms in front of you. We take a small lean back and then a little twist from side to side. So if you imagine you're lifting a heavy parcel over your knees from one side to the other. So a little twist from side to side. Good. Lengthen your legs. Make sure you've got room behind you. We're going to start with a roll up. So we're just going to roll back to the floor as slowly as you can. So rolling down that spine, one vertebra at a time. When you reach the floor, have a little stretch. Okay, we're going to stay on our back, knees bent. So let's have some bridges. Flattening your back, start to roll up your spine, one vertebra at a time. And then roll back down again, one vertebra at a time. So peeling up your back, closing all passageways underneath. Let's do one more. Good. Finding that line again. So picking up your right leg. Now you can have that knee bent and just guide it with your hand. So your leg round in a circle. And then when you can, let go. So just stirring your hip. Now again, you've got two options here. This is a level 1, knee bent. Level 2, leg straight. Now don't go too wild. Think about keeping that left knee and hip still. So you're tightening that belt from hip to hip. Hold it there. Change direction. Stir the other way. And then lightly rest your foot back down on the floor. Pick up your left leg. So again, either stirring with a bent knee or with a straight leg. About that thigh bone stirring in your hip socket like a spoon stirring in a bowl of custard. Change direction. And relaxing there, have a little hug. Arms out wide. So let's have those knees and ankles together. Just tilting your knees about 45 degrees to one side, slowly pulling them back to the center and twisting to the other side. So twisting from side to side, this is your level 1 option, feet on the floor. Level 2, both feet lifted. Slowly, not too far. So arms are relaxed, but don't let them peel off the floor. Good. Let's roll over onto your left-hand side. So again, we're going to start with that long body. So if you're balanced on a beam, line up ankles, knees, hips, and shoulders. Hand either on the floor to help you, or hand on your side as we just lift that top leg. Just to hip height though. Slow and controlled. Let's do 5 more. Hold it there this time. Hand on your side. and relax there. So bring your top knee over, bottom leg lifting up and down. Check you're still tightening that belt from hip to hip. And let's hold that leg up as high as you can. Relaxing there, bending both knees. So hips are stacked, feet together, just opening and closing that top knee. Think about squeezing your glutes. And relaxing there. So let's just roll back over onto your back. Lengthen your right leg up to the ceiling. Now flattening your back and just pointing and flexing your ankle. So this works all down that sciatic nerve. Good for your ankle and calf as well. Relax your foot, grab hold of the back of your leg as you gently pull your leg towards you. Bend your knee, so crossing ankle to thigh, hugging that knee across. All right, let's change legs. Lengthen your left leg. So again, flattening your back, pointing and flexing your ankle. Relaxing your foot, gently pull your leg a little closer. Bend your knee, so crossing left ankle to right thigh, hugging that knee across. And that will do for today's session. So I hope you enjoyed that, and you'll benefit from those balances if you practice them daily.